Hello students, arise, awake and stop not until you reach your goals. This is SD Sir again from the Temple of Excellence. What is that I have in store for you all today? My session 3 on the master chapter will involve discussion on Ohm's law, and based on the consequence of Ohm's law, the statement of Ohm's law, I shall discuss two beautiful phenomenons, one called as resistance and the other one called as resistivity of a conductor. And before that, I will do a very important bookwork where I relate drift velocity of electrons in terms of electric current. So, without much delay, we will start discussing this session. So, the first bookwork here is an expression for electric current in terms of drift velocity of electrons. A very commonly asked, commonly featured question for your exam, to derive an expression for electric current in terms of drift velocity of electrons. So to recall, what was drift velocity? How did I define drift velocity, students? A key word which told it is nothing but the average velocity of the electrons, where in a direction opposite to the direction of the electric field. Now I express electric current in terms of drift velocity of electrons. Therefore, I will consider a metal conductor of length L. There is some metal conductor, a wire, as I told, maybe manganese, aluminium, some wire of length L and cross-sectional area capital A. So I have considered a wire whose length is L and cross-sectional area capital A. And what is happening inside the conductor? We have studied. When a steady potential is applied, the electrons move with a drift velocity, what I call as Vd. Three simple considerations. What are those? L is the length of the conductor, A, cross-sectional area of the conductor, and Vd is the drift velocity of electrons inside the conductor. My first aim here is to calculate the volume of the conductor. ಏನು calculate ಮಾಡ್ತಿದ್ದೀನಿ? I am calculating the volume of the conductor. A conductor ಒಳಗೆ electrons move ಮಾಡಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಎಷ್ಟು ಸ್ಪೇಸ್ ಅವೈಲೇಬಲ್ ಇದೆ ಅದನ್ನೇ ವಾಲ್ಯೂಮ್ ಅಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ. So I am calculating the total volume of the conductor. What is the basic definition of volume? Length into breadth into height. ಅದರಲ್ಲೇನೋ A into L ಅಂತ ಬರೆದು ಬಿಟ್ಟಿದ್ದೀನಿ. How? My simple assumption is volume is some length into length into length. Some length into length into some length. L cube ಅಂತ ಬರೀತೀವಿ. If you remember first PUC dimensions, volume is defined as L cube. So I have written it as L into L into L. What is L into L giving me? L square, which is nothing but area. That is why I have written volume is A into L, because I have considered area of cross section and length of the conductor. I am defining volume as A into L, L square into L, L cube, giving me the basic definition of volume. So in the first part of the calculation, I have calculated the volume of the conductor V, which is A into L. Now I say there are small n number of electrons, small n number of electrons per unit volume of the conductor. Every 1 meter cube volume, there are small number of electrons, unit volume. I considered small n number of electrons. Why not the entire volume? A conductor has abundance of free electrons. A conductor has large number of free electrons in it. Therefore, I have considered unit volume. So, small n is the number of electrons per unit volume. Then what will be the total number of electrons in the entire volume? So capital N, which is the total number of electrons, will be equal to small n into V. What is small n? Number of electrons per unit volume. That into entire volume will give me the total number of electrons. And what is V equal to? The volume is equal to A into L. Therefore, the total number of electrons in the entire volume is equal to small n A into L. Now, I have calculated the total volume of the conductor. I have calculated the total number of electrons in the entire volume. Now, I will calculate the total charge carried by the free electrons. How do I calculate the total charge? I know the quantization rule, which says the total charge Q is N into E. What is capital N? Total number of free charges. E, total number of free charges. E, magnitude of the charge of the electron. So substituting this N, we calculated as small n A into L into E, which is the charge of the electron. So the total charge carried by the free electrons Q equals N A L. Those terms are nothing but capital N. number of electrons in the entire volume into E. If therefore, time taken by an electron to travel L of this conductor, which means the electron is moving from this end of the conductor to this end, the entire length L. What is the time taken by it? We basically know speed is distance divided by time. Alva? First PUC mechanics alli speed is nothing but equal to distance divided by time. Here speed is nothing but the drift velocity of electrons, Vd. Distance is nothing but the length of the conductor it is traversing. Time is nothing but T. I require this T. Time taken by an electron to travel that length L. So T will be L divided by Vd. So this is the time taken by the electron to move the length of the conductor. Therefore, going back to the definition of current, I equals Q divided by T, rate of flow of charges, total charge by total time. Substituting, what is Q? N, A, L into E. Divided by time, L by Vd. This L cancels. Vd goes to the numerator. So observe, students, very beautifully I have expressed I in terms of drift velocity. The expression for current is I equals N capital A Vd into E. So, current flowing through a conductor is expressed in terms of the drift velocity of electrons. Analyze that expression beautifully. Can n change? No. Small n, I have clearly told, number of electrons per unit volume. It does not change. Capital A, again invariable, area of cross section remains same. E, charge of the electron, universal constant. So what is the only factor that may affect current? This is Vd. Therefore, please do remember, current flowing through any conductor is proportional to the drift velocity of electrons. Faster the electrons move, more current is constituted. Slower is the speed of electrons, drift velocity reduces, therefore current reduces. So the parametric equation I want you all to know here is current is directly proportional to the drift velocity of electrons. Now, based on this equation, I have a small bookwork for you all. A current of 1 ampere flows through a conductor. 1 ampere current is flowing through a conductor. Then how many electrons cross any section of the conductor in 1 second? Idana assignment anta ಮಾಡಿ 1 ampere current ಯಾವುದೇ section of the conductor in pass ಆದಾಗ 1 second ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಎಷ್ಟು ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರಾನ್ಗಳು ಮೂವ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ? This is what I want you all to calculate. Now, going to the most formulated concept in this chapter, we study a very, very important law called as Ohm's law. Probably the law which has defined the entire concept of electric current. ಓಮ್ಸ್ ಲಾ ಅನ್ನೋ ಪ್ರಾಮುಖ್ಯವಾಗಿರುವ ಒಂದು ಕಾನ್ಸೆಪ್ಟನ್ನ ಕಲ್ತ್ಕೊಳ್ಳೋಣ ಈಗ. ಹಿಯರ್ ಅಗೇನ್ ದೇರ್ ಆರ್ ಮೆನಿ ಕ್ವೆಶ್ಚನ್ಸ್ ದಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಆಸ್ಕ್ಡ್ in the Viva for your practicals. Now, what is the importance of Ohm's law? Ohm's law, the significance ಏನು? First thing, it mathematically relates three golden physical quantities in the study of electric current. Which are those? Electric current, electric potential, the so-called voltage, and electrical resistance. ಅರ್ಥ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ, ಓಮ್ಸ್ ಲಾದ ಸಿಗ್ನಿಫಿಕೆನ್ಸ್ ಏನಾಗಿರುತ್ತೆ ಅಂದರೆ ವೋಲ್ಟೇಜ್, ಕರೆಂಟ್ ಮತ್ತೆ ರೆಸಿಸ್ಟೆನ್ಸ್ ಅನ್ನೋ ಮೂರು ಫಿಸಿಕಲ್ ಕ್ವಾಂಟಿಟೀಸನ್ನ ಮ್ಯಾಥಮ್ಯಾಟಿಕಲಿ ಲಿಂಕ್ ಮಾಡುತ್ತೆ. ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಮೋರ್ ಓವರ್, it was long after George Simon Ohm formulated the statement of this law, it was experimentally verified. So, lots of significant students. We now start understanding the statement of the law. Ohm's law says the electric current flowing through any conductor. Very simple statement. ನೀವು ಅರ್ಥ ಮಾಡ್ಕೋಬೇಕಷ್ಟೇ. The electric current which flows through any conductor. ಒಂದು ಕಂಡಕ್ಟರಲ್ಲಿ ಫ್ಲೋ ಆಗ್ತಿರುವಂತ ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರಿಕ್ ಕರೆಂಟ್ is directly proportional to the potential difference across its ends. ನೋಡಿ ಎಷ್ಟು ಬ್ಯೂಟಿಫುಲ್ ಆಗಿದೆ. The electric current which flows through any conductor depends upon what? The potential difference across the ends of the conductor. That is why I signified the word potential difference when I stated the definition of current. Ohm's law says electric current which flows through any conductor is directly proportional. Very key word. Directly proportional to what? Potential difference across its ends, provided temperature and other physical conditions like pressure, temperature remains constant. ಆ ಸ್ಟೇಟ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಅಲ್ಲೇ ನಾವು ಲಿಮಿಟೇಷನ್ ಗಮನಿಸ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀವಿ. If Ohm's law has to be valid, he clearly says physical conditions should not change. I'll clearly take up the discussion on limitations next. Now observe, students. Clearly he says the electric current flowing through a conductor is directly proportional to what? Potential difference across the ends of the conductor. Andre, you increase the potential. What are the consequences? If potential increases, very clearly kinetic energy of free electrons increases. You're feeding electrons with more kinetic energy. Potential ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರಿ, kinetic energy increase ಆಯಿತು, which means drift velocity of electrons increases. And as I saw in the derivation, drift velocity increases means current also increases, ಬ್ಯೂಟಿಫುಲ್ ರಿಲೇಶನ್ಶಿಪ್. ಏನಾಗ್ತಿದೆ? ಪೊಟೆನ್ಷಿಯಲ್ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಆದರೆ ಕೈನೆಟಿಕ್ ಎನರ್ಜಿ ಆಫ್ ಫ್ರೀ ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರಾನ್ಸ್ ಇನ್ಕ್ರೀಸಸ್. If kinetic energy increases, drift velocity increases, and ultimately current in the conductor increases. That is what Ohm's law is stating. Electric current flowing through any conductor should be directly proportional to the applied potential difference, provided physical conditions remain constant. ಪೊಟೆನ್ಷಿಯಲ್ ಕಮ್ಮಿ ಆಗೋದ್ರೆ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ? ಸಿಂಪಲ್ ಸರ್, ಕೈನೆಟಿಕ್ ಎನರ್ಜಿ ಕಡಿಮೆ ಆಯಿತು, ಬ್ಯೂಟಿಫುಲ್. ಡ್ರಿಫ್ಟ್ ವೆಲಾಸಿಟಿ ಕಮ್ಮಿ ಆಯಿತು, ಕರೆಂಟ್ ಆಲ್ಸೋ ಡಿಕ್ರೀಸಸ್. So you see the dependence of potential and current, very direct. So we write V is proportional to I, or the other way, I is proportional to V. Eliminating this proportionality, I have introduced a constant called R. V directly proportional to I. So I have to take out this proportionality. What should I do? I should introduce a constant. What was that constant? R. And this R is a very, very fundamental property. Constant, and we'll come to that. A very fundamental property, what I call electric resistance of the conductor. My dear students, R ಕಾನ್ಸ್ಟೆಂಟ್ ಅಂತ ಕರೆದ್ವಿ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಎಲ್ಲಾ ಮೆಟೀರಿಯಲ್ಗಳಿಗೂ ಒಂದೇ ರೆಸಿಸ್ಟೆನ್ಸ್ ಇರುತ್ತಾ? ಸಿನ್ಸ್ R being a constant, will all materials have the same resistance? No, please do understand. R is called phenomenological constant. I repeat, R is called phenomenological constant. What is this phenomenological constant? It depends upon the nature of the materials you use. All nichrome wires, depending upon the length and area, will have the same resistance. All aluminum wires will have the same resistance. All manganese wire, depending on length and area, will have same resistance. It is not a universal constant. It is a phenomenological constant. Therefore, this V equals I into R is the mathematical form of Ohm's law. So what did my Ohm's law state? The electric current which flows through any conductor should be directly proportional to the potential difference, provided physical conditions remain constant. And what is the mathematical form? V equals I into R. Now, I define a very beautiful phenomenon called resistance, where you can see two boxers fighting. How is it related to resistance? What is resistance? The textual meaning of the word resist is to oppose. ನೋಡಿ, ಒಂದು ಬಾಕ್ಸರ್ ಇನ್ನೊಬ್ಬರ ಮುಖಕ್ಕೆ ಹೊಡಿತಿದ್ದಾರೆ and he is opposing, he is resisting his punch. The boxer is opposing the punch. Then what is resistance offered by a conductor? That is nothing but it is the opposition offered by the conductor. Yen resistance andre simple. A conductor is opposing what? The flow of electric current. So the opposition offered by a conductor to the flow of electric current is what we call as resistance. So mathematical form of Ohm's law told V is I into R. So what is R? V by I. So mathematically, what is resistance? Ratio of the potential difference to the current flowing in that conductor is called resistance. R equals V divided by I. It is the ratio of potential difference across the ends of a conductor to the current flowing through it. And physically, how is it defined? Opposition. Who is opposing? Conductor. For what? Flow of electric current. And what is its SI unit? Viva, practicals al keltare. It is always ohm. Godly resistance. Ohm idiyalla. So, ohm defines the resistance SI unit. And this is the symbol for ohm. Now, when do you say the resistance of a conductor is 1 ohm? Yavaga R 1 ohm agutte? When V is 1 volt, I is 1 ampere, then R is 1 ohm. Mathematically, ಏನು ಬರ್ದೆ? V is 1 volt ante, I is 1 ampere ante, then R is 1 ohm. Which means the resistance of a conductor is said to be 1 ohm if a potential of 1 volt is required to maintain a current of 1 ampere in it. 1 volt potential apply madidre 1 ampere current sikbekalva. V is directly proportional to I. If I am applying a potential of 1 volt, then the current constituted should be 1 ampere. Then the resistance has to be 1 ohm. Now, I conclude this session by discussing something called resistivity. This you have to understand because you do an experiment where you calculate the resistivity of a given material by using something called meter bridge. Now follow here. Still I say the resistance, innu resistivity barlila. Resistance of a conductor is directly proportional to its length. Increase the length of the conductor, resistance increases. Y1 kelbodu 50 centimeter wire koಟ್ಟಿದೀವಿ 2 ohm resistance ಇದೆ. Length double ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ resistance ಏನಾಗಬೇಕು? Resistance also doubles. Why? Resistance of any conductor is directly proportional to its length. And the same resistance is inversely proportional to the cross-sectional area. Resistance directly proportional to length. Inversely proportional to the cross-sectional area. Area ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಆಯಿತು ಅಂದರೆ thickness ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಆಯಿತು ಅಂತ buffalo skin ಅಂದರೆ resistance ಒಂಚೂರು ಕಡಿಮೆ ಆಗಬೇಕಲ್ವಾ? So R is proportional to L divided by A. Resistance is directly proportional to L divided by A. Again I remove or eliminate this proportionality by introducing a constant called rho. ಈ ಪ್ರಪೋರ್ಷನಾಲಿಟಿನ ಎಲಿಮಿನೇಟ್ ಮಾಡಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಕಾನ್ಸ್ಟೆಂಟ್ ಇಂಟ್ರೊಡ್ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದೀನಿ, ಅದನ್ನ ರೋ ಅಂತ ಕರಿತಿದ್ದೀನಿ. ಅಂಡ್ ದಿಸ್ ರೋ ಇಸ್ ಕಾಲ್ಡ್ ದ ರೆಸಿಸ್ಟಿವಿಟಿ ಆರ್ ಸ್ಪೆಸಿಫಿಕ್ ರೆಸಿಸ್ಟೆನ್ಸ್ ಆಫ್ ದಿ ಕಂಡಕ್ಟರ್. ಏನಂತ ಕರಿತಿದ್ದೀವಿ ರೋನ? resistivity or specific resistance. Why specific resistance? Now follow clearly. If the length of the conductor is 1 meter, a conductor, a wire the length na ಎಷ್ಟು ಅಂತ ಕನ್ಸಿಡರ್ ಮಾಡಿದೀನಿ? 1 meter, and area of cross section is 1 meter square. L 1 meter ಆಗೋಯ್ತು, A 1 meter square ಆಗೋಯ್ತು, which means R is equal to rho. When R is equal to rho, please to understand, when length is 1 meter, A is 1 meter square, which means resistivity is also some type of resistance. When the length of the conductor is 1 meter and area is 1 meter square. Beautiful. So, what is the difference between resistance and resistivity? Opposition offered by a conductor of any length, any area is resistance. If I am specifying the length as 1 meter, area as 1 meter square, then the opposition is called as resistivity. So, resistivity of the material of a conductor at any temperature is numerically equal to the resistance of a conductor whose length is 1 meter and area is 1 meter square. ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಯಾವುದೇ ಒಂದು ಕಂಡಕ್ಟರ್ ಅದರ ಲೆಂತ್ 1 ಮೀಟರ್ ಆಗಿದ್ದು ಏರಿಯಾ 1 ಮೀಟರ್ ಸ್ಕ್ವೇರ್ ಆಗಿದ್ರೆ ಅದರ ರೆಸಿಸ್ಟೆನ್ಸ್ನೇ ರೆಸಿಸ್ಟಿವಿಟಿ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಿ. ಪ್ಲೀಸ್ ಟು ಅಂಡರ್ಸ್ಟ್ಯಾಂಡ್, resistivity doesn't depend upon dimensions, length or area. Why? You can see here, if anything is called resistivity, the length has to be 1 meter. Area has to be 1 meter square. It is independent of dimensions. Then what does it depend upon? Again, as I told, the nature of the material that is given. Copper wire ge resistivity bere, manganese ge bere, aluminum ge bere. It depends upon the nature of the material and the temperature maintained. And the SI unit for resistivity is ohm meter. If it was resistance, ohm. Resistivity, ohm meter. So what did we cover in today's class? Beautifully we saw current directly depends upon drift velocity of electrons. Statement of Ohm's law, current is directly proportional to potential difference V equals I into R. R, electrical resistance, opposition offered by a conductor to the flow of current. SI unit ohm. And we also studied the definition of resistivity, concluded saying resistivity means resistance offered by a conductor whose length is 1 meter. Area of cross section 1 meter square, and its SI unit is ohm meter. Hope when I come back for the next session, you will be thorough with these concepts. Until then, take care. Bye.